Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing partly cloudy conditions out there to start today, expecting a similar day as to what we saw yesterday with some slightly breezy conditions, although we should stay out of a wind advisory today. And we'll also see a mix of some partly to mostly cloudy conditions as we move through the daytime hours. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have still what's left of that area of low pressure cut off here on the side of the map here, moving eastward, but still seeing that tight pressure gradient over the eastern part of the country. That's going to keep those conditions slightly breezy as we move at least through the first part of the day, but we're starting to see that area of high pressure building in over the region, and that's going to keep things fairly quiet over the next day or two as we move into the day on Thursday. But if we look at the current conditions, just a scattered deck around 3,100 feet, scattered deck at 25,000 feet, and seeing those winds out of the north-northwest at 9 knots, seeing temperature at 33 degrees, and the relative humidity is at 78%. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see mainly clear skies across much of the region, but still seeing that low cloud layer pretty thick just off the coast, and seeing that kind of edging over the Wallops area this morning. Expecting those winds to turn more out of the north-northeast as we go through the day, and should see that push some of this cloud cover inland once again over the area, so seeing some mostly cloudy conditions as we move later into the morning and into the first part of the afternoon. If we look at the European model here, zoomed out, as not much is going on, but we'll take a look at the bigger picture. So we'll see that area of high pressure building in, that pressure gradient starts to loosen a bit, and that will allow those winds to calm down as we go into the evening hours tonight. It's going to allow temperatures to cool down to below freezing, and could see some patchy mist or fog in the area for the morning hours on Thursday before sunrise. And as we go through the day on Thursday, should be a very nice day with some slightly above average temperatures and seeing light winds and sunny conditions for the most part. And then going into Thursday evening, again, continue with dry and quiet conditions, and we'll see a weakening upper level wave that really will kind of flatten out as it moves into the local region, seeing some of that precip off to the west there, not making it into the Wallops area as we go through the day on Friday. So Friday looks to be another nice and slightly warmer day on Friday, and seeing some quiet conditions continue. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, seeing green conditions as we move through the workday today. We'll see, again, mix of partly to mostly cloudy conditions, likely seeing a ceiling develop around 3,000 feet as we go into the later part of the morning and the first part of the afternoon. Then we'll see that ceiling break with things becoming mostly clear for the first part of the evening, and likely continuing through the overnight as well. But we'll see a high temperature rate on point with the average high this time of year of 45 degrees. We'll see those winds slightly breezy out of the north-northeast, around 8 to 13 knots. Could see those peak gusts up around 20 knots. And then going into the evening time frame, we'll see those winds becoming lighter, eventually becoming light and variable. It's going to allow our low temperature to get down to around 30 degrees, and that will also allow for that chance of some patchy mist or fog to move into the area for the early morning hours of Thursday. Right now, tides are running 1.5 feet to 2 feet above normal. And looking at our next couple of days, we'll see partly cloudy, nice and quiet day for our Thursday. Green conditions for our weather risk. Seeing a high around 50 degrees, so it's above average for this time of year. And as we go into Thursday evening, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions at times, mainly just some high clouds moving through the area. And we'll see a slight chance of some mist or fog before sunrise once again, but a warmer low around 36 degrees. And as we go into Friday, we'll see partly cloudy conditions and slightly breezy conditions as well out of the south-southwest. So it's going to help warm things up a bit with a mild day and a high around 56 degrees. But overall, green conditions for our weather risk over the next couple of days. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.